I'm furious because I just did this video and then I realized that my mic was muted the entire time. So I'm redoing it. I've also decided that at the beginning I'm not going to talk about something random because I think people click into my videos expecting me to immediately talk about what's in my title, and then I just talk about how dirty I am and how I'm wearing the same clothes from 2 days ago. Anyway, so I'm going to skip through that. I'm going to jump into today's video topic. A couple years ago, this is probably back in 2021. I had a near-death experience, what I would consider to be a near-death experience, and I'll kind of give you the backstory. I've talked about how I used to be really overweight. I used to be like 400 pounds. During COVID specifically is when I decided to just like get my shit together and to start like I didn't even work out. I just stopped eating. And I mean this no exaggeration. For 3 months, I ended up having one hamburger patty wrapped in lettuce with a little bit of light mayo. And then Costco had these like keto ice cream bars. And so I had one of those like 30 minutes afterwards, and I had that once a day for one meal and then I moved on. And surprisingly, I wasn't hungry because I think like the ketosis just like really curbs your hunger. I'm not saying that it wasn't hard. It was really, really hard. And there were days where I was like, I want to consume the world. And I didn't because I was so focused on losing weight. Regardless, I ended up losing like I think 100 pounds in 2.5 months. And when you do that, this was before I got into nursing school, by the way. So like, I trust me, I know it was not a good idea, and my body told me it was not a good idea. I had a variety of heart issues after that point, and I got to a point that because of all the heart issues that I was having, I now have a pacemaker. So that's always fun going through TSA and that stuff. Um, Anyways, through that whole experience, I ended up having a few near-death experiences where I was just so convinced that I was passing away and it was happening immediately. And and this was before my mom passed, so really the moment that I was faced with mortality was actually faced with my own. And I talk about in a previous video where like when my mom passed away, that was that was a realization for me that like everyone is game. Like my friends are game, like my dad is game, my sisters are game, like anybody at any point can just pass away, including myself. Um, but obviously, I mean, like I think I realize now that I was actually faced with my own mortality before anybody else's. And and that was really hard to process. I think that was a really dark time for me because what I was trying to do was I was trying to force myself to live some sort of life that, let's say tomorrow, like I'm just no longer here, that I wasn't going to regret. And that still stuck with me now. I mean, I'm grateful for that because it got me to go back to school. Like it got me to realize that the job that I was doing at the time wasn't something that was fulfilling for me, and like I had a different passion. And so there was a reason and there was a benefit to that experience back then. But I'm here now and I'm still faced with all that regardless of all the life changes that I tried to make. And it's so much easier said than done to say like, oh yeah, like I just really want to start living a life that like I'm not going to regret if something happens tomorrow, because like you have school sometimes that you just can't, like you can't rush that. You have financial obligations that you can't push off to the side. Um, it's like the stupid songs that are like, shout out to the people that are buying bottle service with the rent money. I'm like, all right, like okay, I get it, but like, no, that's not realistic. I don't think anybody actually does that. And if you do, let me know your methods because my God, that would be nice. Anyways, I'm saying all that because I've been having these experiences probably since that time where my body will be convinced at random points of the day or random points of the night where I'm just immediately passing away. Like, and there's no convincing myself out of that. And I think that that's probably a really big connection into my panic attack disorder or generalized panic disorder, and why I'm on Xanax and clonazepam and all that kind of stuff is that there are literal times where I'm just like my heart rate will go to like 250 and I'm just like I can't even see and my vision goes out and like I'm going to pass out. Like it's I convince myself up to that extent that it's right around the corner, and the only thing that'll calm me down is medications. And what I convince myself of is that if I at least felt like I was living every single day in a way that I would be proud of, then maybe I wouldn't be so fearful of what that means if that does come. And I yeah, it's just too hard. It is really too hard, and Again, this is one of those videos where I'm not coming to you with solutions. I don't know if people deal with this. I've been dealing with this since 2021, so 4 years later, and I still don't really have much of a solution. I would say the only solution that I really have is like just for me, and this isn't a solution. This is like very much a band-aid on the issue. Like I just try and ignore it as much as possible. Like if I start to think that I'm dying, like I'll just like get up and go do something else. Like even if it's in the middle of the night, or like if it happens during the day, like I will just like try and distract myself with like a TV show or a game that I'm playing at the moment or something. And that probably ends up growing the issue more and more and more until eventually it becomes a panic attack. And so I'm not suggesting that that's what you should do. I'm just saying that that's what I do, even though I recognize that it's the wrong thing. Um, so yeah, I've also like been reading a lot of quotes about death, and I've been reading a lot of things. It's something that stuck with me. This is something I my sister told me when I was like 12. I don't know why she told me when I was 12. I think I overheard it. I don't think it's something that she told me, but she was like, "Death doesn't scare me because billions of people have already gone through it." I was like, okay, there's some comfort in that. Like some, because like obviously we are not the first humans on Earth and we're nowhere close to that. Not only that, but we're not the first living things on Earth either. Like, I mean, anyways, I don't really know where I'm going with this video. Um, I'm gonna go into ranting now because it's at the end of the video. I fully understand that my room is not clean. It is going to be today. Granted, I did just wake up recently, so I'm gonna excuse myself because of that. I usually also make my bed first thing in the morning, and my bed is not made, so I'm behind. But I will, after this video, do those things. I'm also gonna go to the gym today, but I'm only gonna go to the apartment gym because the other gym is like a 20-minute drive. And whenever I go to the actual gym, like I have a Planet Fitness membership, I do like everything. I do like back and arms and no legs. I'm not doing legs anymore. Like that, genuinely the bane of my existence. I'll have tiny legs. I don't care. But I do everything else, and so I try to only do that twice a week because then I feel like I don't have to go drive 15 minutes every single day because like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm hoping that wherever it is that I move next month, I'm really trying to plan wherever I'm moving to be close to a Planet Fitness. That way I don't have to worry about like driving 15 minutes every single day, and I can just be productive. Anyways, too long of a video. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching if you did. Shout out to the people who have been subscribing. Kind of crazy, but thank you so much. Bye bye.